Hello everyone, welcome. This episode is brought to you by, I was gonna say something and I can't say it, or the YouTube gods will smite me. I was not planning on doing too much of anything, for this. I'm also kind of expecting the game to crash. I derped. Well, I tried to run the game through the script extender without Steam up. That brought Steam up, and then I ran it through it again. So I assume everything's fine, especially considering that the script extender, oh hey, there are mods that aren't working. It always comes up. Oh! You know, I'm down for broken game. It'd be funny. Broken cutscenes. You know, broken cutscenes aren't bad. Also, by the way, Jesus Christ, actually, hang on, everything is running much smoother. Not actually, that 2 seconds of that was like 60 frames as opposed to not being 60 frames. There's like nothing here. Yeah, ice croppings in this direction. Okay. Hang on, for one thing, let me just do the thing. So this session is going to be a lot of nothing, as opposed to the last session that was all me talking. I've decided to look back at, watch some Red vs. Blue, and start from episode 1, Why Are We Here? And, you know, it's a thing. Because it's been so long. But yeah, you know, not too much. I think I mentioned that, like, we're getting the house together. Oh. We're getting the house together for in-laws to come and visit for a wedding shower, or a bridal shower, or this is just an excuse to do something vaguely related to the wedding, I guess, or something. I don't know. But yeah, that's a thing that is happening, or some shit. Star Citizen, I said the thing with crafting, the blueprint thing, like what I thought was gonna happen, where if you buy a thing on the web store, if you buy like the Coda Ascension, if you buy the Coda Ascension, you get an item, you get the pistol, and a cosmetic blueprint for the Ascension paint. That item is like, has insurance, so you never... It might be more complicated than insurance, but like, you never lose it. You always have it. Or there'll always be some method to regain it, or repair it to full condition, or stuff like that. And I think potentially you can upgrade it as well. If you can't upgrade the equipment, then it really isn't the end of the world, I don't think. But, yeah. Because like 4.7 is out now, and we'll see, but I don't think, like, crafted items are going to be, like, they'll give you an edge, but they're not, like, you know, the best. They're not, like, you know, it's not going to be the thing that pushes you over. Like, if you know what you're doing, you could probably do better against people with the better equipment who aren't as skilled as you. But, you know, that is a thing that can close the gap, of course. Sorry, I'm feeling hashtag nostalgia. Nostalgia TM. From eating Cheetos. Hashtag not sponsored. Hashtag. I'm actually excited though. I had the idea to just make some bacon jerky. So I'm gonna try that. I've tried to start working out. Not a lot, but just like do like 5 arm pumps. That's not what they're called. 5 slightly different arm pumps. Well, 5 arm pumps, 5 stretches, 5 squats, and then 5 different arm thingamabobs. 5 different stretches, or of a different stretch, and then 5 squats, and then an isometric hold, 10 pounds, just like, you know, full extension of the arm. Full extension of the arm for 30 seconds. Do that, have some food afterwards, and yeah. And I think I want to try and do that after. It's either going to be I do that after streams, or I do that on the off days between the streams. So it's either 3 days a week or 4 days a week. As like, it's a pretty small thing, I think, in the grand scheme of things, but I need to make it bite-sized. I can't make it this grand thing, you know? The bacon jerky is, the last time I did it, I had bacon. And then I was like, you know what if I made some bacon jerky? And I'm excited. It's soy sauce, apple cider vinegar, a little bit, like a cup and a half of soy sauce, half a tablespoon, I think, of apple cider vinegar, a tablespoon of brown sugar, some minced onion, red pepper flakes, cayenne pepper, sesame seed oil, which I don't, I like, but also I don't think it's honestly as impactful as I probably would like. No, actually, you know what? I'm sorry. No, it's like,
I was hoping you would stop by.
It was a cup of soy sauce and a half a cup of Worcestershire sauce. There's an Ollie Brown recipe. Again, hashtag not sponsored, but me and my grandfather make for beef jerky. I was like, I should just do this, but for bacon, and see how that goes. It uses honey, which is more difficult to quickly measure than sugar, and I like brown sugar, so you know how it be. That being said, yeah, I'm gonna spend the rest of the session I do need to chill, because this getting the house ready for the in-laws, it's like ridiculous, because my dad's just like, okay, we have to do this, it's in a month, we have to just do everything we can every day, and I'm like, because mainly like the backyard was like in a terrible state. Maybe not a terrible state, but it's just like, I've gone through this where we plant grass and the grass dies, and it's just like, why, like, it's, oh, here's our goal that we're never going to achieve because lifestyle choices or whatever is just not attainable, and it's like, maybe not attainable, not attainable, but it's like, okay, let's maybe work the goal back to something reasonable. But I'm not gonna tell them. You know what, actually, I think I did tell them that. And they were just like, ha, no. So, yeah. Anyways, until next time, have a good day, great day even. Chowskis.